Assalamu alaikum children, and welcome to another episode of the Butterfly Corner on Hilaal TV. My name is Samira and I'll be keeping you company every single day. Children, can you hear that? I hear tweet, tweet, tweet outside. I think there's a bird sitting outside our window. I love little birds that make tweet, tweet all around. They fly with such beauty and such grace, isn't it? When they're soaring in the sky or sitting on a branch, how cute are they, alhamdulillah. How beautiful and how wonderful that when they leave their home in the morning, they don't know if they're going to get something to eat. But Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, makes sure that they get something to eat before the end of the day, isn't it? Alhamdulillah. Can you imagine if Allah is looking after the little bird, how He'll look after you? Can you imagine how much our Allah loves us? I love listening and thinking of all these beautiful stories and all the amazing creatures and creation of Allah, because it reminds me how wonderful and powerful Allah is. Children, talking about little birds, should we draw one? I have such an amazing story that I just thought of. But before we go to the story, let's do a fun drawing. Children, if you'd like to do your drawing in paint or crayons or pastels or markers, have fun. I'm going to do mine today in an outline marker and then color it in with my twisties. But you can do yours any way you like. Inshallah, send me a picture of it so that we can see your beautiful work. I love seeing the beautiful drawings that you've been doing. Have you been sending yours? If you haven't yet, you know our special number 082 641 5789. And inshallah, you can follow us on Instagram too on _Butterfly Corner. Children, on that special Instagram page, we tag our Hilaal TV page too, and we get to see the amazing things all about you. Let's go on with our drawing. Today, inshallah, we're going to be learning to draw a bird with the number 5. Can you say Allahu Akbar 5 times? Let's say it together. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Let's get started. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The first thing we're going to do is to write the number 5. Now don't worry if you don't know what to do. We can do it together and go over it again and again and again. The next thing we're going to do after writing our number 5 is to make a little line like this, an upside down triangle, a little oval, an upside down triangle, a little oval, and an upside down triangle. Then I'm going to make a curvy line from the top to the bottom of the number 5, and another one going all the way around it. Then I'm going to make a line going here, another one there, join the two at the bottom. A stripe there, 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 and there. Another stripe here, 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 and here. A little semicircle here, going all the way down. And another line of semicircles going all around. A curvy line up here, join till the bottom down there. And a cute little beak for our bird right about there. A special line going under him on both sides. And a beautiful little set of leaves on either side. And just like that, our bird is done. Wasn't that easy? Wasn't that fun? Come on, children, let's color it in. And while we're coloring in our little bird, let's make the dhikr of Allah. Today, to show the power and the might of Allah, let's say Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Don't forget when you're coloring in, by making the dhikr of Allah, you will get a giant reward from Allah for doing something as fun as coloring in. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. 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 But children, before we go any further and before we think about the birds, do you remember I said I had a special story for you? Did you know there was a prophet that Allah created that could talk to the birds? That's right. Would you like me to tell you the story? Let's go for a quick break, and when we come back, I will. Stay tuned. Welcome back. My butterflies, Sulaiman alayhi salam was also a prophet. He was the son of the Prophet Dawood alayhi salam. Now, do you remember I told you he was a special prophet? Allah gave him the wisdom of knowledge and a special gift. He could understand the language of the birds, the animals, and even the insects. Can you imagine how cool it would be to have a conversation with your pet? Can you imagine if you could understand your cat or your bird or even the little ant crawling around? What would you say to them? Can you imagine that? Now, Sulaiman alayhi salam could. He could talk to them. It was a special gift from Allah. Now, one day, Sulaiman alayhi salam was marching with his army of people, birds, and even jinn. Now, they passed through a valley, and a tiny little ant shouted, "Run to your home, O ants, so Sulaiman and his army don't step on you without noticing." But you see, Sulaiman alayhi salam heard the ant and smiled. He thanked Allah for giving him the ability to understand. He was always humble and always grateful. Sulaiman alayhi salam could speak to the birds. And one day, the bird who was his little friend, a hoopoe bird, came to him and said to him that there was a queen by the name of Bilqis. She was the queen of Sheba. She ruled a faraway land, and her people worshipped the sun instead of Allah. So Sulaiman alayhi salam sent her a letter inviting her to believe in Allah. But when she came to visit him, she was amazed at his wisdom. His palace had a floor of glass that looked like water. And in the end, she accepted the truth and worshipped Allah. But Sulaiman alayhi salam, with all of his gifts, taught the people one message and one message alone: to be thankful to Allah for every gift, big or small, to use your wisdom and power for good, for kindness and fairly, and that each and every creature, no matter how big or how small, are important and deserve love and care, and that Allah will protect them everywhere. The Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam taught us that from everything in this world, Allah created them perfectly in their own little home, their own little life, and their own little beings. Can you imagine how powerful, merciful, and amazing our Allah is? Allahu Akbar. I love the story of Sulaiman alayhi salam and how he called the people to believe in Allah. And I love the story of all the other prophets too. And inshallah, in time, in this season, we're going to carry on learning as many as we can. But unfortunately, we've come to the end of another show. Don't worry, we'll be back again soon. Don't forget to send me a message. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Until next time, fi amanillah, ma'as salama.